Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel as always. I'm Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review because I love some freaking Transformers. Really excited for this. Craftsman's Toys, this is their Scattershot and their Afterburner, Burst Gallop and Light Strike and everything. So man, looking forward to this. Man, unfortunately, I put up my nose cone. I don't know, I tried to go look for them, I couldn't find them. So unfortunately, I will not be able to do comparisons with him. I'm going to go try to look for them again later on because we've got the other two coming. But this is the, Technobots and formed Computron and everything. So here's the box. Looks really good. I love that. Looks nice. Got that right there. And then that right there. And then on the back, you got that right there. All right. So yeah, I'm going to try to do both of these in one review. I thought about splitting it up, but I'm going to try to do both of them in one review. But yeah, let's get right to it. As always, like, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Go to Show Z, that's where I bought these, and hit Deluxe 32 at the top. It really helps out the channel. And I did a members box opening earlier. If you want to join, be a member, hit the join button now. I really appreciate that. So yeah, let's get right to it and let's talk about some Technobots, man. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right, let's take a quick look what they come with. They do come with little collector cards. It's just thin paper. There's Afterburner, and you do got some stats and everything. Pretty good. And there's Scattershot. Same thing. Very nice. And they do come with instructions. These are some big instructions. A lot of pictures and everything. Not bad. I like that. All right. So Afterburner. We'll talk about his first. He gets he gets this little, pistol. No paint or anything like that. Got some nice sculpt work in there. And then he's got his two little blasters. They're the same. Do got paint right here. Gunmetal gray right there. Looks very nice. It does have handles. You can flip that out and hold them and everything, but they will tab in too as well. All right, so that is Afterburner. Scattershot comes with a rifle, and it's got some nice silver paint, which looks good. And this does go up and down. That's very nice. All right, then you got the combiner parts. So we get Computron's gun. It's got some nice paint right here. The silver. It's kind of a reddish paint right there. Looks very nice. This does move too as well. We'll fold up. But nice sculpt work. Very nice. All right. You do get one of the hands. Everything. I'm not going to combine them on this review. When I get them all, I'm going to review, or I'm going to combine them, and we'll do that. But you got a ball peg right there. So you got movement right there. You got a bend at the knuckle with other fingers. You got ball peg right there at the bottom. And you got 1, 2, so you got 3 points of articulation for the fingers. That is very nice. And you got a swivel, little squeaky squeak. Very nice. You do get an extra faceplate for Computron. You got the Gur face. It's painted orange. Very nice. And you get the waist and legs as well. Very nice. You get the nice orange paint, silver, gray, all that stuff. Silver on the back right there. You got the flaps. They flip up. And nice ratchets. All right, I like that. Daddy likes some ratchets and everything. So very nice. All right, so there you go. That is what they come with. All right, so here's Scattershot and Afterburner. Nice scale, I like that. The nose cone is going to be about on the same scale as Afterburner and everything. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have him out. I wish I did. Like I said, I'm going to go try to look for him again. I'm going to do the bot mode, alt mode. He does have a base mode, and I'll show you the combine. I'll do the combine mode. I'm not going to combine them, but I will show them what they look like in their combine mode. He's one of the arms, and he's the the main body. So we'll take a quick look at Afterburner first and everything. So here he is. Looks really good. I love the little translucent blue visor. Looks very nice. Got some gold paint right here, some white. Got some gunmetal silver throughout, some more gold and white. Nice breakup of the orange and the white plastic. You got some maroon in there too as well. He does have a little backpack. You got all the wheels back there. They do a little spinny rooney. Love the little nice details right there for the paint. In the back, you got little thrusters, it looks like. Very nice. You got some nice translucent blue right there for the windshield, looks like. All right, so as far as articulation for him, look down a little bit, not much. The chin gets in the way. Look up a little bit as well. You can go all the way around and give you a little attitude. It's on a little ball peg, it looks like. So it's very nice. All right, so you can go up to there, a little more than 90 degrees. You can go all the way around. You got to kind of manipulate this little stuff. This back here does kind of get in the way. You can kind of move these. They are movable, so you can kind of move them out of the way. But you can go all the way around. Like I said, you just, maybe you can. I don't know. Yeah, you can go all the way around. Okay. So you just have to manipulate it around that as well. All right. So you do have more than 90 degrees for the elbow bend. Bicep swivel of the hand, which is nice. You do have a waist swivel. This does kind of get in the way a little bit, but you do get the whole effect of the waist swivel and everything. That's good. You do have an ab crunch. Now, say he's one of the arms, so you can kind of lift this up a little bit, and for the, kind of like the elbow bend, you do get an ab crunch. You can look up a little bit to not defeat the purpose, but you do have an ab crunch for there. You can Van Damme all day, every day. He does have flaps. You kick up, kick back. You do got thigh swivel. You do have about a little 90-degree knee bend, but you do have more chance if you want to move that out of the way. You can get a deeper knee bend, but you just have to move the little blasters out of the way and everything. All right, let's move that back, move that back. And as far as the feet, you got toe tilt up a little bit down, then the whole foot moves. You do have a nice rocker, which is good, and then the toe moves by itself too as well. That's nice. Like I said, they do have that. And with the weapons, you can hold the gun, this little pew pew, you can hold that in either hand like that. And then you got the two guns. He can hold these two. Like I said, you do have, I may have to get like a little spudger to get this out, but you can hold these in one of the hands if you want, or you can do it like this too. You can go put it down like this, plug it in right there, and you can move it forward, have guns like that. Or if you want to shoot somebody's ankles off, you do have little ports down here, and you can put the guns right here if you want to. I mean, it's it's an option. I'm not going to use that, but options are always good. And I think that's about it. So there is Afterburner. So we'll move him over here, and then we'll move on to the leader. Here is Scattershot. Very nice. He does have some light piping. I like light piping. I wish they just painted blue, but if you hit it just right, the light piping does look really good. But you got a whole huge blue back there. So you got the blue, you got silver paint, gunmetal silver, some white, blue throughout, gunmetal silver once again. Nice breakup of the kind of a maroon, red, and a white plastic and everything. I got a little backpack. There's a nose cone right there. That's pretty good. And I got some now silver like that. Love the details on that. All right. Articulation for him. You're going to look down quite a bit, look up quite a bit. You do have a hinge. It does break up the sculpt, but you can use it if you want to. All the way around, and a little add to. There you go. All right. These little things are on little hinges, and they're on the swivel. So if you want to use them as guns, you can point them that way. So you have that option. All right. So you get about 90 degrees for the arm. A little squeaky squeak. You can move all the way around. You do only got about 90 degrees for the elbow bend, and a bicep swivel, and a swivel of the hand. That's nice. I like that little details right there with some paint. All right. So you do have a waist swivel. So you do have to kind of move this out right here, the little nose cone part, because it is tabbed in a little bit, and it gives you the waist swivel. You do start running into stuff. You run into the skirt. So just be wary of that. But you have that. He does not have an ab crunch. All right, so you do got these pads. These are on ball pegs, but they will pop off just like that. Just be careful. And you can move those out like that. You got the butt flaps. Move them out of the way so you can, see, Van Damme all day, every day. So that's a little problem right there. But easy fix, just, pop it back on there and everything like that. All right, golly, so that's going to be a problem. So that kind of sucks right there. But you can, these are nice squeaky. You kick up. These are really tight. Get back. You do have a thigh swivel. Man, yeah, the little side thing skirts are going to be a pain in the butt, so just be aware of those. You do got a little less than 90 degrees for the knee bend. He does got some thick legs and everything. You got toe tilt down, the whole foot up, and you do have a swivel and a rocker, and the toe moves up and down too as well. There's that. All right, get everything situated. Yeah, these side skirts are not the funnest for him, but there you go. Got the little wings right here. There's the back once again. And with him, he just has his rifle, and it will fit in either hand. So just put it in a hole. Don't think there's any storage anywhere back here for it if you want, but anyways. All right, so there you go. There he is. And here is Afterburner. And that's their articulation and stuff. All right, so there's Magic Square, Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, and Mirage. And there's New Age, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Mirage, and Bumblebee. All right, so you got Dr. Woo Woo Woo, Ultra Magnus, and Ramjet, Lucky Cat, Bumblebee, one of the secrets from Iron Factory. You got Core Class Wheelie, and then Tis McGee Ratgar. And there's some scale for you. And Crapper Gunners, Crappy Tool Paper, AAA Battery, Car Mix, Care Bears, Kicker, and Squeaks. More scale. All right, so here, back from transformation, here is Scattershot and Afterburner. So I'll definitely show the scale. Scattershot's gonna be bigger. All right, we'll take a quick look at Afterburner. I really like it. It looks really cool. Easy, fun transformation. Love the translucent blue right here. The wheels do run. You know, you got the same paint job and everything. Now you can take the weapons. You can, I'll show you rolls just fine. A little squeaky squeak. You can tab them. You can either side you want. You can put this little weapon right here, and then you can take these and put these right here to finish off the look. I like it. Looks very nice. Let's get that in the hole. Giggity. And they can go up and down a little bit. But yeah, that looks awesome. I do like that. So very nice. So there you go. There is Afterburner. And here is Scattershot. Whoops, sorry. Not the prettiest, one. He does got some gappage, especially right here and everything. Overall, fun transformation, not too hard. Quite a, more steps than what Afterburner was. But you got some white paint, some red, looks nice. Got some silver throughout, some gunmetal, silver, and silver white paint. Very nicely done. These little guns do move just like they're on the shoulder pads. Everything, that's very nice. You got the big old gun right there. You can take his gun and you can move this down. There's a little tab and slot right there, and you can carry the gun like that. So he does have weapon storage, which is very nice. But yeah, like I said, not the prettiest. The feet just collapse, and got the the engines right there. Very nice. These do move as well, in and out. This move a little bit, not much, because of the arms are in the way. But there you go. All right, so there is Scattershot and Afterburner in their alt modes. Okay, real quick, I forgot to, there's just a little simple thing. I forgot to slide these out. They do slide out, so they kind of cover the, thighs and everything, but forgot to do that. But I love the nice paint and sculpt work right there. But yeah, I forgot to flip that out for y'all for the alt mode. Sorry about that. All right, there's Wheelie. There's Magic Square Prowl. We got Magic Square Slag as well. Dr. Woo Woo Woo. There is Cosmos. New Age Toxitron. We got Siege Red Alert. And last but not least, as always, here is Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. All right, so there is Scattershot's a little base mode, battle mode. Nose Cone had one with the combiner parts, but not the greatest tab in right there. It's supposed to, slot into those slots and everything. Make sure you flip, if you leave these down, it's going to tilt backwards. Make sure you flip these down so it can give you a little stability, so it'll stand up and everything. Here's Scattershot in his alt mode, real quick, just to show you some scale. But yeah, I mean, it's an option. You know, options are always great for Transformers. I'm not going to display it like this, but, you know, it's pretty cool. But there you go. There's Scattershot in his, you know, base mode or, you know, attack mode or something. All right, here they are in their combined mode part. So try to place like that. You can place the gun back here if you want to. I don't want to add it on there because it just adds more to the backpack. But it looks pretty good. Head sculpt looks good. Very nicely done. Here's a Afterburner in his arm mode. You do got a 90-degree, and you got a swivel as well. A little squeaky squeak swivel, but it's there. And there he is holding the gun and everything. You just tab in. It's going to be right there. You just slide this in right there, and there you go. There he is combined. Like, fortunately, I do not have nose cone, so I can't do one of the legs. But there he is right there. So awesome.
Well, hey there, everybody. You made this far as always. I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on Craftsman's toys. This is their Technobots. Got Scattershot and Afterburner. Man, I'm really loving this set, man. They just feel like Iron Factory. The way, the stylization, the plastic quality, you have to move stuff around. They got the thick legs and the skinny thighs, and just the way they're built. It just screams Iron Factory. I'm not for sure if Iron Factory has anything to do with these guys. Don't quote me on anything like that. But they just feel like Iron Factory. Like I said, you could put these two and the other one too as well in the Iron Factory collection, and you couldn't really tell the difference. They look the same. The plastic quality feels the same. It feels like Iron Factory. But overall, really love them. Can't wait to form Computron. The other two hopefully will be out the end of the year, maybe the beginning of the next year. We'll see. Haven't seen very much. Haven't seen any color prototypes from the last two. But man, these are fun. Start with Overdrive. Afterburner, I'm sorry. I really like it. I had really no issues with him. Love the alt mode. The three-wheel cycle thing looks pretty cool. Transformation's easy. It's fun. Getting to R mode's easy too as well. Only the biggest part was trying to get that the combiner port out. That was a pain in the taint to get that out, but just be wary of that. Yeah, I like the weapons. The paint is pretty decent. Love the translucent blue goggles. Bot mode looks good. Like I said, it's fun. Really nice. Scattershot. Alt mode's kind of, it's fine. Love the bot mode. Paint on this is really good. Got a lot of red and white and blue and everything. Looks really nice. You got the base mode, which is pretty cool. It's nothing I'm going to, display, but it's another option, like they did with, nose cone. So that's pretty cool, to throwing that in. I'm not going to, ever display it like that, but it's a cool option. And then you got combined mode. I'm excited for that. It's going to be solid. Looks really good. Can't wait for the last one. I'll say I wish I had my nose cone. I'm going to try to find it before I can, form Computron. But man, got the nice gun and the hand and everything. Articulation's really good so far. Man, really like these. The biggest issue with him is the side skirts and the, everything. They kind of pop off real easy. But it's just a kind of pain in the tank, but it's not, nothing terrible. Articulation, like I said, you have to move stuff out of the way sometimes to get something, to get a pose. Just like Iron Factory, so that's why I think they have something to do with Iron Factory. But yeah, I got the weapons, which look good. You got paint, very nice. I love the materials. I think I was going to break anything. This is a great set. I'm excited. So hit me up on like, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me up some comments. Let me thought of the review. Is anybody in on the Technobots? I can't wait to get the masterpiece ones from Bingo Toys or Fans Toys whenever they put theirs out. And hit me up on TikTok and on Instagram. Go follow me and all that good stuff. I really appreciate that. Go to Show Z. That's where I got these. Hit Deluxe 32 at the top. Really appreciate that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Man, hell freaking Transformers and hell freaking Craftsman's Toys, man. I can't wait to see some other stuff from them. These are good. They're really good. Good night, folks.